Anyone who won a lifetime supply of something, what did you win, and are they still supplying it to you? I won a lifetime supply of coffee beans in a contest. Each month they mail 4 pounds of excellent quality coffee beans of my choice. Sometimes I give them away as gifts as I can't use them all. Best one here TBH. Free internet for life and a year's supply of Coca-Cola checking in. I got the free internet through an Oak Ridge National Labs (ORNL) program for middle school students in 1994. Second, I used it consistently for something like 10 years, but at that point dial-up was so far behind cable or DSL that I just kind of stopped using it. I honestly don't know if it would even work anymore as I've had no reason to try it. The free Coke products was a little weirder. Basically, when I was attending university I noticed that the Coca-Cola I bought near the school just sucked. Like it didn't taste like Coca-Cola at all. More like an RC mixed with Pepsi. I commented on this to all my friends and they had no clue what I was talking about, but I could blind test Cokes from home versus university Cokes and get it right every time. Eventually I sent an email to Coca-Cola basically just asking why the Cokes in Cookeville sucked so much and could they fix it. They, quite surprisingly, took it really seriously and asked for numbers off of the affected cans, tracked it down to the bottler, canner, and had it fixed within 6 weeks. Sent me a stack of just hundreds of silver free 12-pack of any Coke product coupons and thanked me for my time. Worked out great. Still had over 100 of them left at the end of the year. As someone in manufacturing, that kind of reasonable feedback is super valuable and welcomed. Old Redditor here. I won a lifetime subscription to Playboy magazine in 1969. I was a senior in college. It was the raffle grand prize at a big party weekend. The subscription has followed me around the world ever since. Don't anyone say those old issues are worth something, except for the very first year issues. They are worthless. And who saves old magazines? Also, the articles haven't been much to get excited about for quite a while now. I'm currently bracing for a final issue arrival notification of same. It has been a lovely run. I found a grey M&M in a pack in the late 90s. At first I thought I won $1 million, but I won the second prize of a year's supply of M&Ms. I had no idea what that meant when I sent in the wrapper. They sent me back a box of 400 coupons, each good for a pack of M&Ms. I love M&Ms, but after the first 30 or 40 packs, I started to get a little tired of them. I'd take some coupons with me every time I went grocery shopping, and if I saw kids not being brats, I'd go up to their parents and offer them some coupons to give their kids M&Ms. A few thought I was weird or something, but most parents and kids were happy to get them. I also gave out multiple regular size packs for Halloween that year. Near the end of the coupon expiration date, I just went out and bought the remaining 50 or so and kept them around my apartment, which lasted me about another year or so. I imagine I'd be the idiot who'd see the grey M&M, think lol weird, then eat it and never know I won anything. I won a year's supply of Pepsi when I was in 6th grade. It was one of those grocery store contests. I entered about 30 times a day and surprise, they drew my name. We had to go to a distribution plant and pay the deposit on 16 cases of Dr. Pepper, my fave, enough for a can a day. My dad made me get half diet, lame. I had all 16 cases stacked in my bedroom. I'd take a 6-pack to school every day. I was pretty popular for a couple of months. They say a lot of people who win millions in the lottery blow it all and end up broke. I can attest to that. It was good while it lasted. When I was a kid, Crayola was running a Create a New Color contest. If you won, your color went in one of their big boxes of crayons and you got a lifetime supply of crayons when they retire colors and make new ones. I made swamp green and won. They sent me a new big box of crayons 1-2 times a year and have been doing it for 20 plus years. That's pretty cool. Nothing like cracking open a fresh box of Crayola. Immediately my brain starts playing the Crayola factory piece from Mr. Rogers. Sitting in my doctor's office one day and I find a card for entry into the lifetime subscription lottery for Nat Geo. 17-year-old me slips this card into my pocket to take home and fill out. I notice that you needed a subscription number to complete the form, so I take it off the label on the cover. Long story short, I won my doctor a lifetime subscription to National Geographic. Ugh. I won a lifetime supply of hot dogs at a hot dog festival once. It came with a nice grill, except when I went to pick up my hot dogs, the company gave them to me all at once. I was 30 at the time, and their figures all worked off an 80-year lifespan. 3 hot dogs a day for 50 years works out to be 54,750 hot dogs. That's 5,475 packs of 10. 228 cases of 24 packs, 23 boxes with 10 cases each. I had to buy an extra freezer just to hold them. I gave away what I could not store. Churches, homeless shelters, food banks. We ate them for years. For some reason, this made me laugh until I cried. My parents won a lifetime supply of diapers for me when I was about 3 months old. It was a contest where I apparently had won on a cute picture. They received 3 years worth of diapers and figured I wouldn't need more after that. They were right, so far. Dang, when you hit leaky old age you're going to be calling that company. My great grandfather was a farmer and won a contest for plowing the straightest row in the county fair. This was about 1910 in Saskatchewan, Canada. He won a lifetime supply of seed. Each weekend he would go pick up about 20 plus bags of seed and, with his horse and buggy, take them to the train station where new families were exiting the train. In 1910, Saskatchewan was giving away land to new immigrants, and for years and years he would give each family bags of seed to start their new farm. I was expecting this to end with you saying that your grandfather had a bitchin' farm because of this, but I'm even happier with how this ended up. I won a year supply of pizza from a new pizza place that just opened up in town. At the grand opening you had to be the first 100 customers to win. We were number 5 and 6 and got there at 6 AM to wait in line. During the grand opening they tried to say it was 1 medium pizza a month for the year, but nowhere on the advertisement did it say the size. I guess a bunch of people complained because when we went in for our first pizza they said whatever size we wanted. We both got extra large pizzas with as many toppings as we wanted. They also had free cannoli Tuesdays, so we would go on a Tuesday, get our free pizza and a bunch of free cannolis and pay for just the drink. Needless to say, by month 11 when we went to get our free pizza they were closed up shop with nothing but a note on the door. R.I.P. Uncle Madius in Austin, Texas. I won a lifetime supply of Slim Jim beef jerky from a contest at my local grocery store. By lifetime supply, I mean 6 huge cases of Slim Jim minis, with each case containing hundreds of them. For the first 3 months, they were my go-to snack. It got to the point where I was eating dozens of them per week. By the end of the 3rd month, I ended up sick, puking profusely and never touched a Slim Jim again. I gave the remaining boxes to my family. It has been 8 years and I still have not eaten a Slim Jim since that day. The thought of eating one or even smelling one makes me nauseous. A friend of mine was going to paint her nails the day she was supposed to fly to Europe for a vacation. The bottle of OP polish broke as she opened it, cutting her hand so badly she had to go to the ER and missed her flight. She wrote to them to complain, and they sent her a new bottle of polish a month for a very long time. At least 10 years, I think. Yes, send her more dangerous bottles of nail polish, lol. My mother used to do sweepstakes. She also used my name and address for them too. Well, I won a year supply of Purina dog food. They sent 52 coupons for up to £25 bags. My dog at the time, Doobie, was a squat 35 pounds Beagle Yellow Lab mix and he was just fine with TGE small bags per week. So, we donated the vast majority of them to a local animal shelter. I won free pizza for a year at Little Caesars. They sent me $520 in gift cards, all individual $10 ones. I went through those cards in like 4 months. It was quite possibly the best 4 months ever. We walked into one and ordered like 20 pizzas because we had been drinking and decided everybody needed their own pizza. Thanks Little Caesars, seriously it was amazing. My brother won a lifetime supply of Twinkies. He would get a couple large boxes a month. Then the company went bankrupt. New company does not honor the lifetime supply agreement. He ate them out of existence. Back in 2004 there was a local car wash, the kind that you do it all, vacuums and the power washing bay, etc. that was hosting a contest in conjunction with a local radio station. The winner got 1 free car wash a week for life. I won, but it took a long time to get my special card. It finally arrived and I went that day and washed my car. The place closed the very next week. There was a much newer car wash that had gone in not too far from this one that had attendants to do the work, and they hoped that the promotion would help them and keep the car wash open. It didn't and I won a single car wash. I also think it rained a day or two later. What a fantastic marketing plan for a failing car wash. I bet the owner was saying, hey, offer a lifetime of free car washes on the radio to get people to come in. If we close in a week we won't have to honor it anyway. After some issues of YM magazine didn't make it to my mailbox, they gave me a lifetime subscription. 5 months later, they ceased publication. I had a co-worker who won a lifetime supply of pies from a local pie bakery on Pie Day. He got one free one a month as long as he shows the card he got. It's been 4 years I think. Whatever year was the correct continuation of pie, and he brings them into work sometimes. He doesn't bother getting one every month though since he's single and lives alone. Plus the calories are insane. He even gets the super fancy call ahead for specialty order type of pies for free. They're delicious. He doesn't bother getting one every month though since he's single and lives alone. In my book, that means eat more pies. Not me, but one of my buddy's family won a lifetime supply of bread. They delivered on the bread, but the catch is that it came yearly on a big truck. Every kind you could imagine, but way too much bread for one family to handle. So they ended giving most of it away to people who live in our small town before it molded. I won a year's worth of free dinners at Texas Roadhouse. You only got one dinner a month for the year, so 12 dinners. I went every month and it was awesome. I won a year's supply of French fries from a burger joint called Muir's when they opened up their 100th store. However, within the month the store closest to me closed down and the nearest one was 200 miles away, so I never actually got any free fries. I won a year's supply of milkshakes from Chick-fil-A. They gave me 52 coupons for one free milkshake, large, and it was not limited to one per transaction. My sister won a lifetime supply of sour warhead candies, but they stopped sending them after a few years too. I think it was a blessing that they stopped actually. Man, I would have loved that as a kid, but RIP your sister's mouth. Lifetime supply of Red Dots. I legit freaking hate Red Dots and they just sent me another supply this last weekend. I hate Red Hots. You can change your address to mine if you'd like. I didn't win it, but I helped a guildie in WoW learn how to play his class over the course of a couple of days, and he told me he worked for Blizz and gave me a code to redeem on my account in thanks. Was a lifetime subscription code. Apparently employees get a few that they're allowed to give out to people. Technically, it subscribed me to the game until 2035. This was back in 2015, so 20 years. After a few months, said guildie disappeared and so did the subscription. From googling, the code staying active is dependent on the person staying employed at Blizzard. You can tell this is real because the Blizzard employee hadn't a freaking clue how their class worked. I won a month of free bagels from Panera, limit 1 per day. Jokes on them. I was taking paternity leave at the time. I went there every single day that month. What a month. I got that promotion earlier this year. I live 1 block away from a Panera and I used it once. I was annoyed that I had to pay for cream cheese. As a teenager, I won a year of free Blockbuster movies off of some Wendy's chicken nuggets. It was a movie rental a week. Not a bad deal, but the nearest Blockbuster was far enough away that I probably only collected 6 or 8 of them. Not a lifetime, but I won a year's supply of vitamin water. I was kinda freaking out because it was supposed to be a couple pallets worth of water and I live in a very tiny apartment and also do not like vitamin water. When it finally got time for them to ship it out, they decided to just give me a $900 Visa gift card. Was pumped about that. Well hey, that's equivalent to 450 plus bottles of vitamin water, so you definitely got a year's worth if you drink 1 or 2 a day. My mum came officially last in a large well-known city marathon. She was awarded a lifetime supply of Duct brand duct tape for stickability. They posted her a box of 12 rolls, which she gave to me. If they think 12 rolls of duct tape is a lifetime supply, they are seriously misguided. When I was a kid, The Australian brand Arnott's was running a competition where if you bought their Shapes biscuits you could win all sorts of prizes. After begging my mum for Shapes every time she went to the supermarket, I finally won a prize, which was a lifetime supply of Shapes. Little me was over the moon. But when my mum took my winning card to be redeemed, the supermarket said they would have to contact the Arnott's company. Well, after waiting months, we finally hear back from Arnott's via a letter saying that they apologize but they cannot honor the competition but instead have sent a $3 check reimbursing my mum for the packet of Shapes. So yeah, frick you Arnott's. In primary school my school was giving away a lifetime supply of Oreos and I won but they stopped as soon as I left the school. I won a year's supply of Oreo. Their competition flopped a bit and only a few people entered. They held up their end of the deal awesomely by supplying me with more than 365 packages of Oreos. One shipment every 3 months. The total amount of cookies was over 5,000. The downside is that I'm never eating a single Oreo cookie again. But I'll always love the company. Rolling Stone always was enjoyable in doctors' offices, at the airport, etc. So when they ran a lifetime subscription offer for $100 I signed up. Yes, I bought, not won my lifetime here. I am still getting it almost 20 years later. The frightening part is there's an expiration date, around 2040 if memory serves. Jokes on them though because I know I'll outlive printed magazines. They meant the subscription was for their lifetime, not yours. Lifetime supply of Burger King. Won it at my high school raffle a couple years back. Everybody put in like $60-$100 but I just put in enough to get 2 raffle ticket. They still supply is the good thing. So when I need to pick up some quick food I know where I'm going. I got a year of free wings from Buffalo Wild Wings when I was in junior high for camping out overnight and being one of the first through the doors. 52 coupons for 6 traditional wings. It was great. Me and my buddies would go all the time and get free wings. We tried all the flavors. It was a good year. I had this too. A coupon book of 6 free wings per week for being the first 100 persons at the grand opening. I skipped class in HS to get in line. I know the guy who created the original marketing plan for Mr. Owl. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop commercial? He got free Tootsie Pops for life. Big cases mailed to his house every month. When we moved into our current house, every year around Christmas we'd get this massive box full of assorted Keebler crackers always addressed to the previous owner. This went on for about 10 years before they finally stopped coming. To this day, we have no idea what kind of deal the previous owner had with Keebler, but lem tell you we always looked forward to that cracker box every year. My friends and I camped outside of a Costa Vida restaurant to get a year supply of free meals. They actually gave the first 50 people a card that entitled the user to 52 free meals, and the first 100 people a card for 12 free meals. We got the 52 meal card. My friend and I would go every day before a math test to eat and study, and on the last week that I could use the card, it expired in a year. I brought 8 of my friends and treated them all to free food. Free food tastes good. When I was in middle school my mom won a lifetime supply of Tempo, which are these packets of thick tissue that you can hang in the visor in your car. Kind of dumb but super convenient. She gave me and my brother our own share for Christmas one year and I'm still working through my supply. My friend won a lifetime supply of Pringles. She got something like 300 cans of Pringles and they were gone in a few months, but she lives on. I won a lifetime supply of camera film from the Publishers Clearinghouse. I had to send it in to them to get developed and they would send me back a new roll with my pictures. Their prices for development was actually really good, so I did for a good decade or so until digital cameras took over. So you're the guy who decimated the film camera industry. Not quite a lifetime supply, but I wanted to add to this. When I was like 12, I went to see a movie with some friends. They stopped me as they tore my ticket and said that I was the 1000th or whatever person to enter the theater that day and that I won a prize. I went with the manager and he had me fill out a form and said I won a card to go see free movies for a year at that specific theater. I got the card in the mail a few weeks later. I could use it for me and a friend and go see as many movies as I wanted. I think it said at most one a week, but they didn't really keep track. I remember going to see some movies like 3-4 times since I had a few friends who wanted to go, so I just went with all of them one by one. You seemed like a great friend. About 4 years ago I won a cinema premiere card, which entitled me to 2 free movies a week for the duration of a year. The cinema chain dragged their feet when it came to delivering the prize, but I persisted and eventually received the card a few months later. Turns out the card has lasted for longer than a year, still currently in use and set to expire in 2116. My sister is a general manager at AMC. Every year she can give out cards to her friends and family members that get you into movies for free. My card is a +1. Can be used every day, multiple times per day. The only catch is that you can't use it when they predict that the movie will sell out. I hope she never leaves that job. Like a lot of comments in this thread, I didn't win a lifetime supply, but I bought a new set of tires for my car and it came with this app which had various deals on it, most for paintballing and stuff like that. It also had one for Domino's pizza, which was literally across the road from me. You could get 1 free pizza a day. Now obviously they didn't expect many people to order a pizza every day, but I figured out that through the Domino's app I could order pizza for up to a week ahead. Basically every night before I went to sleep I would place an order for 7 PM on Friday. With the house I was living in being a share house, we routinely had people coming over for drinks or to watch sport, so all of the pizza was consumed. Every now and then I'd see a homeless person in the area and order one for them. After about 3 months the deal ended, but it was a glorious 3 months. That is taking advantage to the maximum, winning the supply but also using it daily and thoughtfully. Kudos to you. You have been visited by the romantic doggo. Comment love is magic so you never fall in the friend zone. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video, or don't. Either way, have a great day you magnificent people.